Hey everyone, this is Gaming Solo, and this is not Star Citizen. This is called Pax Day. I've been dabbling around in this. There's a free play going on, so if you're seeing this video and it's before January the 26th, you still have a few days that you could try this game out for free. I did, and I ended up purchasing it. It's on sale on Steam until February 2nd for like 19 bucks after tax. And it's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to talk about that today because we're all waiting on the new update in Star Citizen. There's not really a lot going on in live, and I don't want to play the PTU for videos, so I'm just holding out and waiting, and we'll check out all that stuff when it comes out. And because they're moving to a 2-month cadence, I will be able to cover more of the stuff from the updates without feeling like I got to rush through it because we'll actually have some breathing time in between updates now. So PAX Day, what is PAX Day? It is, well, they call it, they being the developers, call it a sandbox social MMO. What does that mean? Well, it basically dumps you out, says have fun. There's an inventory system, of course, there's crafting, there's gathering, and in-game consists of PvP in these open PvP areas and trying to get the best resources out of those PvP areas. And yeah, and raid. There are like quote dungeons, not raids, dungeons, quote unquote, and it's just like groups of mobs that drop, some rare stuff that you can get like magic spells from and whatnot, right? So far here, I want to take the tabard off. So I'm on a server with a buddy, and he gave me a tabard, so I put it on, but it looks real freaking goofy. There we go. I mean, that looks goofy. So I'm trying to be Gandalf. No, I made my character look like a wizard because I'm going to use magic in here. And it's magic, base magic is healing. Um, so when you have a staff, you can launch like this little energy ball. Very non-dramatic, right? Let's do a little combat. There's a boar over here. Where'd the boar go? There's the boar. The the staff, little energy ball, right? And then you can skin that guy. I'm not interested in skinning right now because I'm trying to save all my inventory for all this ore that I'm getting. And I found some Plantago, so I picked that up. But it's this reminds me of like I would call this Minecraft for adults, maybe. You run around this world, you find all these resources, you gather up the resources, you build a base, which I'll go show you my buddy's little homestead that he's got going on this server when I'm done filling up my inventory here and do some crafting. But you basically can craft everything you need if you are willing to level it up. Now this is not, ooh, there's a boar. Let's switch. I'm also rocking a great sword, like legit Gandalf feel, right? Because he had that big old sword in Return of the King as well. When you switch weapons, your cooldowns trigger. I'll go ahead and start whacking on the boar. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. All right, we're fine. Boom. And so when you're wearing certain things, like I just got great sword experience. When I have a staff equipped, I get staff experience specific to that staff experience. There's 3 different staffs uh, specific to the staff experience there. I'm trying to get a lot of copper and tin, so I'm looking for copper and tin here. I'm gonna make some ingots and level up my weaponsmithing because that's how you craft uh, better staves. My buddy's been on the server for a little bit. This game actually has been in early access for a long time, and it officially released 1.0 back in October. I had heard about it, but I never really jumped in or followed it. And then I just happened to see a video about it and saw that it was on a free week. And so I downloaded it. I tried it out on one server, and then I joined my buddy's server. I didn't know he was playing, so I joined, and I've been playing on his server for a few days now, and went ahead and purchased the game because it's a fun little relaxing time here. I'm sure late game is more stressful. You do have a stamina bar, as you see there. Stamina goes into everything, right? Your running, your ability to chop trees and mine the rocks. But it's really it's a good like going on the side while watching YouTube or a show that you're binging or whatever, right? Pretty low impact when you're not in the upper in-game stuff. So the in-game stuff, when you die, you can see there's if you look down on that tabard that I stuck on my number inventory there, the tabard has some health to it. Oh, so look, I'm about to have to craft a new stone pickaxe, or I can repair it. So the durability goes down. You can't use the item anymore. And then in order to fix it, you repair it at a station, and that lifetime is the number of times you can fix it before it's permanently broke. When you die, your stuff loses durability, and ultimately, like investing in gear is a constant in this game because your gear will not last forever. Now, when you're leveling, you don't really care, right? You're just going through and leveling until you get to the next gear set. But when you get to in game, the whole thing is going to be, juggling that dance, right? Making sure you have gear for when your gear breaks, because it will eventually, inevitably, completely break and not be fixable, and you'll have to wear new stuff. Let's see here. There's some tin. So So yeah, in the PvP, it's full loot when you're in the open PvP areas. So when you die, you could lose everything. You got to run back to your body to get it. Kind of like old school WoW, right? Except you couldn't be looted there. You can be looted here if you're in PvP zones. Some other things this game has, as you can see, I'm in a group. That is my buddy. He is not in game right now. You start a group, the group can remain as long as you want it. So if I'm on and he jumps on, we can start talking without having to regroup. And we can see each other on the map, which is really cool. You can't just invite people randomly to group, though. You have to be in front of them. This is, again, a social sandbox. So you saw there, I have some gold, right? So the gold can be spent at other players' markets. Those other players' markets are at their plots. So you get a plot when you buy the game, and you can buy more plots if you want to. That's kind of how the game monetizes, right? You buy to play. It's free after that, right? But you have some cash items that you can buy. Cash items are actually pretty reasonable as far as what they are. It's skins and the plots. So the plots, I guess, is where you could argue that it's kind of pay to win, because bigger plots give you more space to build bigger homes and all that jazz, right? But you can also, if you start a clan, you can group up and group the plots up and build clan level stuff. Ooh, I wonder if it'll let me craft. Let's see if it'll let me craft. Not right now. Darn. Well, oh, it's because I don't have any. There's some. Let's see if there's some of that stuff laying around somewhere. There's a material called nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Boom. Craft a new pickaxe to use. Just yep. So you can craft some things on the go. Other things you gotta have. Yeah, I'll keep it because I can use it. Other things you do have to have the crafting stations for, and I just did that because I just want. There's the last little bit of copper here, and then we're gonna go back to my plot and my buddy's plot, and we're oh, you know what? I want this copper too. I can't do anything with this carcass yet, so I'm just gonna toss it. I also don't really care about sand, so let's toss these 100 stacks. I honestly don't even know what to do with sand yet, but I'm sure I'll find out one day. Okay, okay. Make sure my staff's equipped. All right, so we're gonna get this copper, and then we're gonna go do some crafting. Yeah, it's a pretty chill game. There are NPCs on the map that you can kill, like the boars. You can hunt deer. You can build all kinds of medieval weapons. You got bows and arrows. You got different arrows you can craft. You've got, the sword, the great sword, and shields, and there's three different types of staves, and there's daggers. So you can do a lot of interesting stuff. The weapons are what indicate your abilities. So there's not skills that you level up. You get a weapon with an ability, or three in this case, and those abilities are dictating what your role is and what you're doing, right? So this great sword, I can block with the great sword. As you see, there is a block rating. I cannot block with the staff, but the great sword gives me slashing, and then I have the three abilities that are associated with it. So it's an interesting setup there. Now, this is not the game for you if you like theme park and you don't like to just be dumped out and said, good luck. There's literally no dialogue. When I spawned in on the first server I loaded on, there was a guy there that was watching for people to spawn in, and he just would drop some basic supplies for us. So, like, I spawned in, dude walked up in front of me, dropped some basic supplies. I said, oh, thank you, and grabbed them, and then went on my way. They do make it easy to get initial things you need. So, like tree branches, you can pick those up and utilize those in the early crafting game. There's all sorts of stuff in the fields that you can get. Of course, it's going to get dark now that I'm, trying to record a video, right? And then after you start crafting some initial stuff, you can start, going after these deposits and chopping down trees instead of picking sticks up off the ground. And it's just a really cool little grind up. And speaking of grind, it is a grind. This is not um, this is not like a jump in quick and get to end game thing. It takes a lot of hours. So look, there's a deer there in the distance. I'm gonna take this opportunity with this really cool stuff we're seeing here with the graphics and all that to mention this is an Unreal 5 MMO. I'm still not used to the distance I can shoot with this. It's an Unreal 5 MMO, so the graphics are really good, really nice, very textured, very filled out. It's not an empty world at all. This is a very filled out world. Everywhere you go, there's going to be stuff that you can get and do stuff with. You're going to see creatures all over the place. You run into other people's homes. There's markets, like I mentioned. I don't even know if I've finished that thought. There's so many thoughts about this game. So the markets. So if this guy had a market, he could set it up right here. And if he had something that I wanted, I could come right here and buy it. And you search the markets here. So you can search your local markets from your menu. And as you can see there, I was searching to see what kind of cloth armor was on this area, and that's what's available to buy in the area. Now you can go to other areas on the map. So you can go across here. So like I'm in this region. I can go over to this region and check what they have for sale. And I can go over to this region. What I want to be careful about is going into an unprotected region like this. So this here. So you got these red lines. The red lines mean you're in safe zones. But as you can see here, there's space in between them that is considered the not so safe. And the reason I know this is not safe is because it doesn't have a red mark coming in and encasing it. So if I were to go down this river or down this road and go a little too far out, this is PvP land, full on loot. Kind of like Albion, right? The Albion has those sections in them that you go. Theirs are more, symmetrical and plotted out. But you go outside that certain place to the certain areas and you're full PvP, full loot, right? And I think they have some tiered ones too now. But this one, you go into this area, you're getting looted. However, what you get for that is better resources. So those areas do contain better resources than the safe zones. There are human NPCs. I don't know if there's a story to this. It's actually something I was going to look into if there's like some lore or story to this world. But I mean, like, look at these visuals, right? I'm a freaking wizard in the forest. And is that the moon? That's the moon, guys. That's the moon shining down on us. That's a bright moon. Did I pass? No. Our homestead's right down here. Oh, hey, Mr. Deer. Gotcha. That is a bright moon. It's not always this bright when the moon's out, but I do appreciate it. If my frames seem low, it is probably me. Don't think that that's the game. Um, when the when you have your graphics properly set, it runs really smooth. Actually, I think I'm pushing the limits of what my GPU will handle. All right, so this is my buddy's plot. My plot's actually down here. I set it up before. Um, oh, did he go online? He might be online now. I don't see him. Um, I got some baskets for storage. I'm just storing supplies and stuff in here. But I put it right next to his, and now that we're clanned together and we can share with each other, we are sharing space. He can build on my plot. I don't know if I can build on his plot, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm not much of the builder. Oh yeah, I need to go outside. And there's all these crafting stations to do all these things you need to do. We're gonna start with the forge. We need um ingots. Oh yeah, I need wood for this. There's wood though. Don't worry, we got wood. I could go chop some trees for you guys, but I'm not going to do that. I am just going to try to remember where we put the wood. I say we, I mean he. He organized all this crap. And he forgot to unlock that one for me, so that's great. That's some looty stuff. That's, I think the wood's back. Oh, there it is. All right, we need some wood, so I'm just going to borrow some wood here. Let's keep it organized, right? Borrowing some wood. Boom, boom, boom. Let me equip that so I can just grab one more. It takes a lot of wood for this. I'll go get some wood to replenish later. All right, so now we're ready to make some ingots. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Oh, that's a big one too. That's level 2. All right, healing. Just healed. One of my skills. All right, I gotta watch for that. We might need to put a fence up. Holy crap. All right, let's try this again. So you have the option of, oh, can I craft? Yeah, I got ingots in here. So you have the option of just crafting one at a time, or you can just say go for it, right? And it's just gonna go for it. And I might fail some of these. It is RNG. Crafting is RNG. So if you don't like RNG, you know, sorry. There is RNG in this crafting. But the RNG is not as hideous the higher level you get. And you do get XP and some of your supplies back when things fail. So that's always good. So I'm just doing as much of this as I can with the wood that I acquired. I'll go get more wood to replenish our supply and to do the rest of my ore later on. But I just wanted to be able to do some leveling on weaponsmithing so that I can build my own staves and not rely on everybody else. Staves. I don't know how you say that. But yeah, like I mentioned, very chill game, right? You can be watching a YouTube video if you're on the other screen, or watching a TV show. It's pretty chill. All right, so we've got a bunch of ingots. Let's go see what we can craft with these ingots. I think I have to possibly have wood for some of this stuff. I think we'll get some more wood. Yeah, wood isn't everything. So we've got all the stuff that we can craft. Bronze chopping axe. So I'll be upgrading up that bronze chopping axe. Just because I want a better axe. And I might as well do a bronze pickaxe too, huh? Oh, I need bronze bars for that. All right, let's go raid the woods some more. Which box was that? Not that one. All right, raiding some more wood out of here. Um, oh, you know what? There's some stuff here. That's already right. Let's just get the wood. Let's just get the wood. Let's do a few more ingots, and then I'll do some rods. Some rods, and maybe some blades. Or bars. Bars, that's what I need. All right. And then if you start it on a craft all this stuff now thing, you can stop it right here. And it tells you how many you can do. Okay, I'm gonna stop after this one because I want to build some bars. So I can do, oh, I don't need wood for the bars. That's fine. Let's try one. I don't want to lose all my ingots failing, right? Boom, success. Let's try another one. Boom, success. I can do one more with what I got. I'll do one more ingot. I can do one more bar. Awesome. And all that, as you can see, gives you XP. You'll get XP if you fail too. So you're always progressing even if you fail. All right, so I want bronze pickaxe. So let's craft it. Let's see if I can. This is hard, so there's a good chance I'll fail this. Oh, I succeeded. What do I need for a upgraded? Oh, I got some recipes unlocked too. Nice. Attuned bronze broadsword. I want to make one of those. What do I need for the axe? I need a bronze axe head and a long wood stick, which there's long wood sticks upstairs. I'm going to, you know what I want to do? Let's do a repair real quick. It has no durability. I know I want to repair. Oh. Boom. It's repaired. All right, but now that I have a good one, I want to put, I don't really want to do any skinning anymore. I want to put, so let's put my good one right here. I want to put these in here for storage in case we get any more peeps coming in. Okay, so I needed a bronze axe head for the axe. I'm assuming I can make one of those here, right? Bronze axe head. I need, ooh, I need some bronze sheets and ingots. So let's do some more crafting. It takes ingots to do sheets. How many? Two? Okay, so I need at least 4 ingots. I might just finish this. Well, I don't need to finish it out because I'm going to need some wood for the axe. All right, so we're going to stop after that. And we need a bronze. How many bronze sheets? 2? 5. Oh, crap. Let's make some more ingots. So everything filters up. It's literally Minecraft for adults. At least that's how I feel about it. All right, let's get some of these going. right, let's see how many of these we fail. Oh, it worked. That's one, two, three, 4. This should be the last one we need to make our axe head. Oh, it failed! All right. Come on, come on, come on. We got this. No, it failed. All right, back to ingots, except I don't have any more wood. Ugh, I gotta go get wood. I guess I'm gonna get my axe back since I can't craft a new one and go get some wood. But yeah, so this is kind of how this goes, right? You grind up your stuff so that you can craft stuff, so you can do more stuff. There's these points on the map. So these little markers here, those are bad people. Again, I don't really know the lore. Probably going to research that a little bit so I know who I'm killing. But you go there and they attack you, so I attack back, and they give you gold, which is great because then you can buy equipment you need. And yeah, that's pretty much the game. Social sandbox. It really depends on you and what you want to do on how this whole experience goes for you. Because that's literally how they designed the game. And so they are working on. There are some things they're working on right now. They're making it to where clans will be able to make alliances with each other. So our clan can ally with like a larger clan, and then we can, team up and do clan warfare and stuff like that. So you can go to war with other clans and fight over resources and just have PvP and all that stuff. So it's really cool. As someone who played the sandbox Star Wars Galaxies, of course that had quests and stuff, and that was great. But the idea of sandboxing and kind of doing your own thing and finding your niche and making your way, I like games like that. Star Citizen's like that, right? Except for the fact that they do have missions and stuff. But at the core, it's a sandbox game. You jump in and do what you want. They are going to have that quest line so that you can kind of learn the game, which that game has a huge learning curve, so that's good. This game has a pretty good learning curve too, but it does kind of ease you into it, and the community seems very helpful. So if you jump into a server and you need help, there's usually somebody around that can offer you said help. So that I think is about all for this video. I'll update you guys from time to time on my progress here in this game. I plan on playing this alongside Star Citizen, and every once in a while when I get the itch, Ashes of Creation. I know I have I think one video up on that. But this is kind of my thoughts so far on early game of this and what I know of late game. And I'm pretty optimistic on this game. I hope it does well. I hope that more people find it and enjoy it for what it is. It's not this fast-paced, crazy action, whatever, right? It's a slow drip. It's something meant to be done slowly. This whole instant satisfaction thing that everybody seems to have these days is not a thing here. You just grind up what you get, and you meet people and help each other out, and kind of build your own little piece out of this interesting medieval world. So yeah, that's all for PAX Day. Let me know down in the comments of a gem that you found out there in the gaming world that you didn't expect to see, or maybe you had heard about but didn't really do anything with until you decide to try it. And then when you tried it, you're like, hey, this is pretty awesome. Also, if you want to try out PAX Day, remember, it is free until 1 p.m. local time on the 26th. I say local, 1 p.m. my time, which is Eastern, on the 26th of January. So if you're looking for something new to try this weekend, you can give this a shot for free. And if you really like it, it's only $17.99 plus tax on the Steam store. I would recommend Steam. It is more expensive on Epic Games. It is on sale, but it is more expensive on the Epic Games store for some reason. So yeah, that's kind of my initial impressions and review of this game. Many hours to come, I'm sure, of some fun that I don't feel like I have to do right now, right now, right now, right? I think that's the best one. Listen, sorry, I know I keep trying to wrap, but I think that's the best part. I don't feel pressured to rush through and try to finish this. There's nothing to rush through and finish, right? I take my own pace. People are around, and you just kind of hang out, level up whatever things you want to level up, and whatever you're interested in, and get in with the community and have fun. Literally, all this game is, and it looks so good too while you're doing it. The visuals are so good. I hope, I hope in Star Citizen, I hope the new Planet Tech makes the planets look like this, or close to this, because this is good. Anyway, let me know down below if you're going to try this out while it's free. Again, January 26th is when that ends. So if you're seeing this before that, you got nothing else to lose. It's not even that big of a download. Go try it out and let me know how you like it down below. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Gaming Solo out.